Yo, what's up guys? Inco here with a new build video, and this is going to be for a Lightning Strike Poison Assassin. Yep, that's right. So, I've been playing this build, streaming it at Twitch. People have been asking to build that, and so I decided to get a build video out for this quick. With like the starter gear I'm wearing, all my gear is pretty jank. I will say it does have a 6-link, I don't remember how to say the chest, the Cherubim or something, the Chaos chest, which you don't need that. It does give a little bit extra damage, but you can definitely use any 6-link. And anyway, technically we are in a 5-link because we're using Ancestral Call. Whereas endgame, you would obviously have Strike Gloves or Tribal Fury anointed. But I wanted to keep this actually like League starter budget. And honestly, very surprising the damage with this build. Like I could definitely see myself League starting with this next League. But yeah, a lot of people have been asking about the build. I wanted to get the build guide out for it, because I actually want to min-max this build before we're done with it, because it's pretty strong for what's in it right now. Like, we have pretty trash gear. Like, level 19 gems, no quality on stuff, no alternate qualities, none of that funny stuff. We just recently put jewels in it, and actually the footage after this you're going to see without jewels and kind of like an old-ish setup, but not much of a difference. So yeah, I'm not sure how I want to take this build. I have like 3 options that I want to take it for min-maxing it, but either way we end up with, in PoB at least, about 3 times the damage of this. And if that's the case, that's pretty insane, because even the damage on this gear, which you guys will see soon, the gear is pretty mediocre and easily obtainable at League Start and everything. And there's 3 tiers of the dagger you can have, but that's the biggest thing. You need that dagger. There's one that drops at level 30 in heist, 50 and 70. And obviously you have to get them from grand heist. So yeah, we'll let this one play, and then we'll hop into some gameplay footage, and I'll go over the gear with you guys, talk about the build, what's going on with it. Just be aware that some of it is a little outdated, because I recorded that before this. So now this will be a synth boss. Let's check mods. Nothing really interesting. And there's still open slots, and I think I'm definitely gonna put in a dash or flame dash, just for, you know, terrain. Because right now we only have whirling blades, and we have a couple open gem slots, so might as well. Put a portal there in case we suck. So we're using Ancestral Protector with totems with Withering Touch. We have our Vol Lightning Strike. Then we have our Focus for extra damage. Pretty bad ramp. I don't know if he's actually going to die. Okay. Because when he's doing that spinning thing, he takes a lot less damage. I know I still had poisons on him, and our poison duration's pretty disgusting. Meh. Alright. So, the gear we're working with, like I said, this was the only white chest 6-link. We tested so many gems and stuff, I had to have white sockets, but just a regular Vol Lightning Strike, Ancestral Call, Multi-Strike, Vicious Proj, Unbound Ailments, and Nightblade. No quality on the gems, no alternate qualities, just a 6-link in here. That's pretty much going to be the most expensive in this whole setup. I wanted to keep it like that for a reason. We were testing like, this actually derailed from a different project. I've just been doing so many ailment builds, and we're gonna do some dagger, other stuff, and then I ended up seeing this dagger, and I was like, I feel like we could do some interesting stuff with that. But yeah, we went through like Molten Strike, Frost Blades. Molten Strike surprisingly is pretty good, but Lightning Strike's just better because it's safer, and you have the Vol version, which feels really good for also stacking your poisons faster. The weapon is just a pneumatic dagger, and there's 3 tiers of this. You can actually get the daggers at 30, 50, and 70. There's different names, but big thing that matters here is all damage from hits. Only thing we did with this, I hit it with 1 lightning essence, and this is decent, not bad. Obviously a later game of this version, you would probably want to be crafting like hits can't be evaded. I won't talk about the later stuff. We'll just stick with this. But this is good. Any sources of flat damage is really nice for Lightning Strike because of the effectiveness of added damage. Crit strike you really don't need. Higher attack speed would be awesome. The crit multi does still get turned into 16 dot multi essentially because of perfect agony. So not bad. This could definitely be better, even with like prefix crafted, some elemental damage or chaos dot multi, bunch of other stuff. But this is okay. We just did it with 1 essence. Obviously, I wanted to keep everything below 1x for the most part for all the gear. And pretty much everything in here is way less than that, just because the market as it is right now, and you know, and the league stuff. So, gloves again. This is a pretty nice budget option. Just a temple mod, some spell suppression, and then crafted the attack and cast speed while focused. This lets us stack our poisons faster in combination with the creation of ailments while focused mod on the helmet. So our poisons last longer, we're attacking faster, we're stacking more poisons, more ramp. This helmet's definitely pretty lucky. I hit it with a fire essence. We hit T1 life and stuff. That one's pretty lucky for sure. Ungo's Amulet, just a 339 roll. Divine Judgment Anoint. Amulet, absolutely terrible. A mana ring. Some life gained on hit, which is nice. Accuracy, a little bit of res, 9 life, and then crafted mana reduction. Just a despair on hit ring. Also has some accuracy, because accuracy definitely goes a long way in this build. We're actually like, we're good right now. Belt, so you're gonna want strength somewhere because of our totems and like Ancestral Call. But you don't need to max your Ancestral Protector, so you can scale it down. But just be mindful that like your Ancestral Call is going to take some levels. Obviously, you're not going to use Ancestral Call later on, but you still want decent for your cast 1 damage taken setups in that. Our shield, just spell suppression, crafted life, some resistance. Our belt, just some resist strength here, life. This jewel sucks. It's just what I had laying around. It's literally just giving life and 6 dot multi essentially. Boots again, spell suppression, some resist, movement speed, life. As far as gems go, we're using whirling blades, faster attacks, grace, anger, precision, blood rage, defiance banner. We have plague bearer, ink AoE. Like I said, we have open slots. We have our multiple totems, Ancestral Protector, Withering Touch to apply Wither in combination with our Withering Step. And then cast 1 damage taken, Molten Shell, increased duration. I need to level that. Increased duration and Withering Step. Make sure whatever you put your cast 1 damage taken setup to with Molten Shell, your Withering Step is higher. And ideally it should be anyway. But you want Withering Step to take advantage of increased duration, because as you see on the gem tooltip here, it says wither lasts 3 seconds, but with increased duration it's making it last 5.9 seconds. So that's going to make it last a lot longer. And like with optimal DPS, I know I'm not the best with it, like paying attention and stuff. You know, you'd have your totems down, you'd wait for the boss to spawn, then you'd wither them, and you'd start ramping. You'd do your Vol Lightning Strike, you'd focus, you would. So for optimal DPS, which again, just another thing, early on it might be more needed, but I just forget about it. You want to be tapping your Plague Bearer, right? Because when you're infecting with Plague Bearer, you're doing a lot more damage while infecting. So that's optimal damage, and even more so if you have an alternate quality. But like I said, like no quality on our gems and stuff here. Our tree, the big thing of the build for why our Lightning Strike can poison, let me just go over that real quick, is this dagger. Like I said, there's 3 bases, but the all damage from hits with this weapon can poison is why this is possible. And Ungo's Harmony and Perfect Agony work in tandem. We get a lot of crit multiplier from Nightblade and stacking elusive effect on tree. If you want to be a little bit more tanky, you can definitely go Mistwalker, or you can take a Claw Mastery, like down here. Do this. You have enemies poisoned by you, cannot deal critical strikes. This is really good defensively. You can also take the elusive effect on Nightblade. It's also going to give you a lot more damage. So yeah, I didn't want to even put in like any jewels. Obviously jewels would add a lot more damage. So we have no jewels in, no clusters, just pathing. For jewels, we would definitely drop this and start putting in jewels, because jewels you can get like attack speed, poison damage, chaos damage, damage over time multiplier, life, resist stats, whatever you need. And we also have piercing shots because we need the pierce. I wasn't gonna buy the helmet enchant, especially on a Blizzard crown. That's very unrealistic early on. These nodes are kind of useless, honestly. Could definitely ditch these and start getting in jewel slots. But honestly, right now the damage of the build is pretty insane, pretty surprising. Unique flask, Sin's Rebirth, just a silver, quicksilver, life flask, enduring flask. Nothing fancy at all in this build. And honestly, it could be potential starter for 3.17. I think I covered everything. Yeah. Yeah. Let me know what you guys think about the build. If you have any questions. I think I will be min-maxing this further now. I wanted to get this version out, like the budget version, before moving into a more min-max to see where we can really push this. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Take care.